Nestled off the coast of Nova Scotia, Canada, lies an island that has captivated adventurers, historians, and treasure hunters for centuries. Oak Island, with its thick woods and rocky shores, may seem like a peaceful spot at first glance, but for those who know its dark and mysterious past, the island is anything but tranquil. Its most notorious feature is the Money Pit, a site believed to harbor a treasure buried by an unknown entity, and it has been the focal point of relentless excavation efforts for over 200 years. But despite countless attempts, the treasure that so many have sought remains elusive, leaving behind only questions, speculation, and tantalizing clues. The story of Oak Island's treasure begins in the late 18th century, when a young boy named Daniel McGinnis first stumbled upon the now famous Money Pit. In 1795, McGinnis was exploring Oak Island with two friends when they noticed a strange depression in the ground near a large oak tree. Curiosity piqued, they decided to dig. As they excavated the area, they discovered what appeared to be a man-made structure, a series of wooden platforms buried beneath the earth, each one seemingly placed with deliberate care. This initial discovery sparked a chain of events that would lead to centuries of treasure hunts, speculation, and frustration. McGinnis and his friends, excited by the possibility of hidden riches, continued their digging, uncovering layers of logs and other materials that appeared to indicate the presence of a hidden vault. As the excavation deepened, they reportedly found more and more layers of wood, stone, and earth, along with what seemed to be cryptic symbols carved into the rocks. Eventually, they reached a depth of about 30 feet, where they encountered a sudden flood of water that filled the pit, halting their efforts. Yet, despite their failure, the mystery of the Money Pit had already taken hold, and it would only grow in intrigue as the years passed. In the decades that followed, numerous attempts were made to unearth the treasure, and each one seemed to uncover more questions than answers. Over the years, various groups of treasure hunters and investors have taken turns excavating Oak Island. Each time they dig, they uncover new artifacts, sometimes in the form of strange metal objects, old coins, and other relics, yet none have ever provided definitive proof of the treasure's existence. With every discovery, the mystery deepens, and the possibility of a buried fortune seems more real. But as much as people have dug into the earth, they've only dug up more questions. One of the most compelling aspects of the Oak Island mystery is the theory that the treasure was buried by pirates, specifically, the infamous pirate captain, William Kidd. Some treasure hunters and historians believe that Kidd, who was active in the late 17th and early 18th centuries, buried his riches on Oak Island to hide them from authorities. According to this theory, Kidd had amassed a fortune in treasure from his piracy, but as he became more infamous and his actions were increasingly scrutinized, he sought a safe place to hide his ill-gotten wealth. Oak Island, with its isolated location and natural features, seemed like the perfect spot to bury treasure, and the Money Pit was the place he chose to hide it. Others suggest that the treasure may not be the work of pirates at all. Some believe the treasure could have been hidden by the Knights Templar, the medieval Christian military order known for its vast wealth and secretive nature. According to this theory, the Templars, who were believed to have been in possession of incredible riches during the Crusades, may have buried their treasure on Oak Island in the early 14th century, long before McGinnis's fateful discovery. The Templars, many believe, fled from Europe when their order was disbanded and their wealth confiscated by the French king. In their search for a safe haven, they may have chosen Oak Island as a hiding place for their treasures, knowing that its isolation would protect it from prying eyes. Despite these theories, there is no definitive evidence to support any of them, and no one has ever been able to unearth the treasure that has become so legendary. As the centuries have passed, the island has become the focus of numerous expeditions and investigations, each one hoping to be the one to solve the mystery. Some of these expeditions have been successful in uncovering fragments of the island's past, tools, coins, and other artifacts that suggest the Money Pit has a long history of excavation and exploration, but none of these items have ever provided the key to unlocking the mystery. The treasure, it seems, remains as elusive as ever. One of the most famous modern attempts to uncover the treasure has been documented in the popular History Channel series The Curse of Oak Island. The show, which began airing in 2014, follows brothers Marty and Rick Lagina as they lead an expedition to solve the mystery of Oak Island's treasure. The Lagina brothers, along with their team of experts, have spent years digging into the money pit and exploring other areas of the island, hoping to uncover the lost fortune. Throughout their efforts, they have uncovered a number of intriguing artifacts, some of which suggest that the island may indeed have been the site of ancient treasure-burying operations. Yet despite all their hard work, the treasure remains hidden. And even as the search for it continues, new challenges and obstacles seem to present themselves at every turn. From the island's treacherous terrain to the seemingly endless supply of water that floods the money pit, it often seems as though the island itself is conspiring against the seekers. The mystery only grows with each passing year, and the treasure hunters find themselves facing not only the island's natural dangers but also the specter of a curse. The so-called Curse of Oak Island is a belief held by many that those who seek the treasure are doomed to fail, and that the island will never give up its riches. To date, several individuals associated with the treasure hunt have met untimely deaths, further fueling the belief in the curse. Despite all the setbacks, Oak Island remains a symbol of one of the most enduring treasure hunts in history. For some, it is a tale of obsession, of lives spent chasing a dream that may never be realized. For others, it is a story of hope, of the belief that treasure and riches can still be uncovered, even in the most remote and seemingly impenetrable locations. And for everyone involved, the Oak Island mystery serves as a reminder that some puzzles are simply too elusive to solve. But as long as the money pit remains undisturbed, the hunt for treasure will continue, driven by the same forces of curiosity and ambition that have kept it alive for centuries. The mystery of Oak Island is far from over, and the treasure, hidden beneath layers of earth and mystery, still waits to be discovered. The story of Oak Island is one filled with as much intrigue and danger as the treasure hunt itself. As the search for the hidden riches continues, the island has gained a reputation not only for its tantalizing mystery but also for the strange occurrences that seem to accompany any attempt to uncover its secrets. For centuries, the legend of a curse that haunts the island has loomed large over the treasure hunters who dare to dig into its depths, and with each failed attempt to unearth the treasure, the legend only seems to grow stronger. It's said that the island's curse dates back to the earliest days of excavation. According to local lore, anyone who attempts to dig for the treasure will be met with misfortune. The curse has become a defining aspect of the Oak Island legend, with many of those involved in the treasure hunts experiencing inexplicable accidents, financial ruin, or even death. While some dismiss the curse as superstition, others believe it to be very real, serving as a warning to those who dare to challenge the island's secrets. One of the most infamous tales of the Oak Island curse centers around the death of one of the early treasure hunters, William Chappell. In the early 19th century, Chappell was part of an expedition that attempted to uncover the treasure buried in the money pit. As the team dug deeper into the earth, strange things began to happen. Water flooded the pit, and a series of mysterious events plagued the crew. Chappell, undeterred by these setbacks, continued to lead the excavation. However, in 1861, during one of the digs, a tragic accident occurred. Chappell fell into the pit and was killed. His death marked the beginning of a series of tragic events tied to the island. But Chappell's death was not the only one that seemed to confirm the curse. Over the years, multiple treasure hunters and explorers have met untimely deaths while involved in the Oak Island treasure hunt. Many of these individuals were experienced and well-resourced, yet they fell victim to bizarre and often unexplained events. One of the most chilling stories is that of the famous treasure hunter, Fred Nolan, who dedicated much of his life to uncovering the treasure. Nolan, who spent decades searching the island, was often plagued by accidents, mysterious fires, and strange occurrences. Despite his persistence, he never uncovered the treasure and eventually passed away without ever achieving his goal. As if to further solidify the curse's grip, in 1965, a large-scale effort led by the Oak Island Association resulted in an explosion that nearly killed a crew member when a deep shaft was struck by a gas pocket. The explosion left many injured, and the project was quickly halted, adding fuel to the growing myth of a supernatural force that was bent on keeping the treasure hidden. Yet, despite these grave setbacks, the desire to uncover the riches continued to drive people back to the island. Today, the Oak Island curse is no longer just a local legend, it has become a worldwide phenomenon, attracting treasure hunters from around the globe. Many of them are drawn not just by the promise of wealth, but by the thrill of solving a puzzle that has resisted resolution for so long. It has become an obsession for some, and over time, Oak Island has become synonymous with the idea of an unattainable treasure, a forbidden mystery that tantalizes the curious but remains forever out of reach. The modern exploration of Oak Island began with the Oak Island Research Society in the late 19th century, and it continued into the 20th century with more formal expeditions and investigations. But the turning point for Oak Island in the public eye came in the 1960s when a group of Canadian investors formed the Oak Island Treasure Company. This venture marked a new chapter in the island's treasure hunting history, as the company attempted to dig deeper into the money pit and explore new theories about the location of the treasure. Perhaps the most famous of these modern explorers are the Lagina brothers, Rick and Marty Lagina. In 2006, the brothers, who had been fascinated with Oak Island since childhood, took the plunge and began their own excavation efforts. Using modern equipment and their own funding, the Lagina brothers sought to explore the money pit and other parts of the island in hopes of uncovering clues to the treasure's location. Their journey has been chronicled in the hit TV series The Curse of Oak Island, which debuted in 2014. The show brought the mystery of the island into the homes of millions of viewers and rekindled public interest in the island's enigmatic treasure. Through their excavation efforts, the Lagina brothers and their team have made several significant discoveries. They've unearthed a variety of artifacts, such as metal objects, fragments of ancient tools, and even coins that date back to the 16th and 17th centuries. These discoveries suggest that Oak Island may have been visited by individuals long before McGinnis and his friends first discovered the money pit. Yet, despite all of the tantalizing clues, the treasure remains elusive. One of the most intriguing finds during the Lagina brothers' excavation efforts was the discovery of a peculiar stone tablet in the 1800s, which contained what appeared to be an inscription. The stone was later called the Oak Island Stone or the Mystery Stone. The inscription on the stone has been the subject of much debate, with some believing it to be a code that leads to the treasure, while others argue that it's a form of ancient writing or even a hoax. Regardless of its true meaning, the stone has become a key symbol of the mystery and allure of Oak Island, fueling speculation that the treasure is not only real but may be closer than anyone thinks. The search for treasure on Oak Island is no longer just about finding gold or silver, it has become a quest to solve a centuries-old puzzle, a challenge to uncover the secrets that have been buried for so long. For the Lagina brothers and countless others, the island represents more than just a patch of land. It is the embodiment of human curiosity, determination, and the eternal hope that there are still mysteries left to uncover. Each dig, each clue uncovered, brings the team closer to understanding the truth behind the money pit, but no one can be certain of what lies beneath. Yet the island continues to fight back. For every advancement made by the treasure hunters, new obstacles arise. The flooding that has plagued previous attempts to dig deeper into the money pit is still an ever-present threat. The island's geology makes it difficult to predict what lies beneath the surface, and each layer of earth that's excavated only leads to more questions. But the more the team uncovers, the more they are convinced that the treasure, hidden for centuries, is still waiting to be found. And so, the mystery of Oak Island persists. Whether the treasure will ever be unearthed remains to be seen, but the story of the money pit has already become an indelible part of the island's history. The island's curse, the legends of pirates, and the secrets of the money pit have captured the imaginations of treasure hunters and adventurers for centuries. As long as there are people willing to search, the enigma of Oak Island will continue to haunt them. The island's secrets are buried deep, but the treasure, whatever it may be, has yet to reveal itself. As the search for the treasure at Oak Island continues, there's no denying the profound impact the island has had on the world of treasure hunting and mystery seeking. While many have come and gone, and some have paid the ultimate price for their curiosity, Oak Island remains a beacon for adventurers, historians, and cryptographers alike. For the many who have followed the tale of Oak Island, it's more than just a treasure hunt, it's a testament to humanity's unyielding drive to solve puzzles that seem impossible, to uncover secrets that have been buried for centuries. The legacy of Oak Island is not just measured in gold and silver, but in the stories and the lessons that it imparts. The island has become a symbol of perseverance. Despite the immense challenges and dangers, treasure hunters continue to return, driven by the belief that the treasure is still out there, waiting to be discovered. It is a testament to the unbreakable human spirit, the determination to push forward even when the odds seem insurmountable. But beyond the adventure, Oak Island has raised important questions about the nature of treasure itself. What is it that makes this hidden wealth so compelling? Is it simply the allure of riches, or is it something deeper, an exploration of human history, mystery, and the unknown? Perhaps the treasure is a metaphor for something even more valuable, the pursuit of knowledge and truth. The island has kept its secrets for so long, challenging everyone who has sought to uncover them. In doing so, it has forced people to confront their own limits, their understanding of the world, and their place within it. In the modern era, Oak Island continues to fascinate new generations. The popularity of The Curse of Oak Island has not only brought fresh eyes to the mystery but has also sparked a resurgence of interest in the possibility that the treasure still exists. With each new season of the show, more and more people tune in to see the latest discoveries and hear the ever-developing theories about the origins and contents of the Money Pit. But even as these modern explorers continue their work, they must be reminded of the many failures that came before them. The mystery of Oak Island is not just about finding treasure, it is about unraveling the enigma that has baffled humanity for centuries. Theories surrounding Oak Island's hidden treasure have only multiplied with time. Some believe that the treasure is a lost hoard of pirate gold, stashed away by the infamous pirate Captain Kidd or even the notorious Blackbeard. Others have suggested that the treasure might be linked to the Knights Templar, who supposedly hid their wealth on the island during their flight from persecution. Theories range from practical to wild, with some even proposing that the treasure is not made of gold, but something far more valuable, perhaps ancient manuscripts or relics of incredible historical significance. Despite the many clues, artifacts, and strange occurrences discovered over the years, the treasure remains elusive. Perhaps it's not the gold and silver that the island guards, but the story itself, the puzzle that can never be solved, the riddle that will never be answered. Oak Island is a place where the journey is just as important as the destination. Each discovery is a step closer to understanding, but at the same time, each new clue only adds to the mystery. In the end, it's the story of Oak Island that captures the imagination of so many. It's the mystery, the unknown, and the thrill of the hunt that keeps people coming back year after year. Whether or not the treasure is ever found is almost secondary to the larger questions that Oak Island raises about history, human nature, and the pursuit of the impossible. The island itself has become a part of folklore, a place where legends are born and where history, mythology, and reality collide in a captivating, never-ending quest. One thing is certain, Oak Island will continue to haunt treasure hunters and adventurers for years to come. The island has become a symbol not only of a treasure waiting to be discovered but of the mystery of human ambition, curiosity, and the willingness to seek answers, no matter the cost. For as long as people are willing to dig into the earth, Oak Island will remain a place of infinite possibilities and a challenge that may never be solved. Whether the treasure of Oak Island is ever uncovered is unknown, but the island itself has become a legacy, one that will continue to inspire treasure hunters, adventurers, and dreamers alike. It serves as a reminder that the greatest treasures are often not the ones we can hold in our hands, but the ones that exist in our minds, the mysteries that compel us to look deeper, ask more questions, and search for answers in places we never thought to look. And so, the hunt for the treasure of Oak Island continues. Will the treasure finally be found, or will the island's secrets remain locked away forever? Only time will tell. But for now, the legend of Oak Island endures, a tale of mystery, treasure, and the human spirit's relentless pursuit of the unknown.